Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. So glad that you guys can come in and join me on the weekly show, Talks. So you saw the title, and I looked at some of the comments already, and we already know this one for to be good. This is fixing to be good. That's right, family. Out of everything else we got to deal with in America, now we've got to deal with our privilege. Hmm. Here we go. And look who made themselves known. Hey, Roberto, I'm going to show you my privilege today, you dickhead, because you ran and put this out there. Hey, dickhead, y'all got Univision, okay? You had a big ass corporation put you under the wing and give you access that black folks can't even get. That's right, asshole. Hey, asshole, I'm showing you my privilege today. One of your contemporaries in the Latino space got to be at a Republican debate. When do they do that for black people again, for the black grassroots? Since you want to come in here and show everyone how ignorant you are, yeah, get back to us when you figure out that information. Hey, asshole. This what country do you know on earth that has black people? We've asked, just give us certain little things in here because you're so much of a pussy. You waited to the show to start to say something. Oh, we gonna go off right now because I don't like idiots in my chat. All we've asked is people to leave us alone. But here y'all Latinos coming, and now you want to tell us that we have privilege because we have Juneteenth. Hey, asshole. They recognize your Latino greats, do they not? Yes, they do. Of course they do. Roberto Clemente gets a whole day of baseball to himself. Privilege, you want to talk about privilege? Here we go, sir. Most of the MLB is made up of migrants. Yes, we're going to go there today. This is the mode I'm in because, of course, Roberto Suarez wants to prove to everybody, including his white wife, that he is the smartest person in this chat, which we all know he's not, but we're going to help him allow that. Here we go with the slave comment. Well, sir, you're slave to that white woman that you're with. I'm sure while she's at work in your home in your basement, trying to somehow figure out how to fix something in there so you could show her what you've done for the day. Yeah, that's a privilege, sir, because she has no right or want to be with you. So, yes, you have privilege. Okay. You don't have a whole country saying that their corporations are asking that you be bilingual. They're not asking them to do AAVE. No, they're asking for Spanish. That's a privilege. But that's okay, Roberto. You want to be the guy in here that is the smartest person in the room. And just because you came in here and did that, I wasn't even going to lead off with homeboy. I wasn't going to lead off with your cousin. I wasn't going to do that, but now I'm going to do it. And I'm going to show you how you dismantle privilege. So before we get that done, before we get that done, Owalo J, you can't tell him that. They have Hispanic Heritage Month. You can't tell them that. They don't recognize that. That's what it is. They don't recognize it. You can't do that to them. Don't do that to them. Don't do that. Okay. The only holiday they recognize is May 5th. That's it. And it's because the white man gave it to them. But that's okay. Don't do that to them. Don't do that to them. And your white woman sacrificed her best years to make sure that you don't get deported. So how about that? So what we're going to do for you, Roberto, since we already know you want some bullshit, we're going to do this for you, sir. We're going to do this for you. Everybody, you know where we're going to send him, right?
Smoke wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
So we've handled that. Sayonara, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. You're not Japanese. You're Latino. Adios. He's still talking. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. Oh. And it always goes back to penis. Always. It never fails. It always goes back to penis. Oh, you know what they say when you have to overcompensate with inanimate objects or you talk about your member too much, that's kind of telling of something. But okay, sure. Why don't you bring her on here and let her tell us how much you make her scream? Stop. But enough about you. We're going to ignore you today. We're gonna ignore you today because we got stuff to talk about with the family, and you're clearly not black. So again, I'm sure you can go to your cousins' channels. I'm sure there's some Latinos that are live. You could go over there and talk to them. You could compare white wives together. That's okay. But let's see who's in the building. Man Down Sports, hello. Sybil, hello. Wallow J, hello. Catsy, hello. Shamika Gray, hello. Denise Scales, hello. Soul Survivor, hello. David Brown, hello. Hurricane IQ, hello. Wallow J, hello. Still Kevin Trees, hello. Brother DSB, hello. Who else we got in the building? Rokomoro, hello. Brooklyn Queen 125, hello. Denise Scales, hello. Roberto, we would say hi to you, but we're talking English and you still stuck on Spanish. So we're gonna leave you to where you're at. Catsy, hello. I might have said that already, but again, hello. Lamico Cardenas, hello. So yeah, let's begin with his cousin. His cousin, I iggyed this on, I believe it was Saturday. I said I was gonna give him an opportunity to show up. I guess he didn't show up. So we're just gonna look at the video and we're going to have fun with this because apparently a Latino is telling us we have privilege. I want to hear what he has to say.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
So you know how we do, family. We got to proof it. We're good. Here it is. Black privilege is real, but not one, not two, but 3 exclamation points. We're going to have fun with this. He might tell us something that us, the magical Negroes, did not know. We have privilege. Fair use. Music sucks already. So we're just going to skip it. Okay, we know where this is going. His name is the Conservative Cosplay. Don't you just love it when they claim to be conservative? They have no clue what that means, but okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to Conservative Cosplay. I'm Talbot Demas Jr. and you know what? I'll take the helmet off now. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should do this because I'm Conservative Cosplay. I haven't done any cosplays, so why not bring some nerdiness into it? I don't know. Maybe I'll do that.
Huh? Wait a minute. What? Say that again.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll take the helmet off now. I don't know. I feel like maybe I should do this because I'm Conservative Cosplay. I haven't done any cosplays, so why not bring some nerdiness into it? I don't know. Maybe I'll do that in the next video. So welcome to Conservative Cosplay. I'm Talbot Demas Jr. And in this video, we are going to be talking about white privilege and how it's destroying America and how the white man is taking everything from anybody in minority colors. We're going to talk about, you guys know I'm kidding, right? We're talking about black privilege and how that has been taking over America for years. And we're going to talk about it, break it down. But before we do that, I want to say something.
So black privilege is taking over America for years. Family, where is this privilege and how do I get some? I need some of this. Computer robots, hello. Shout out to Canada. I know y'all at negative 36 degrees right now. Shout out to y'all. Brother Tori Rain, hello. How many views did this video get? Sure. Hey, Roberto. Roberto, ain't you supposed to be looking in the mirror in the window waiting for your wife to get home from work so you could tell her all about your day and the one thing that you did? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, manual labor. Well, when the conquistadors came and found you, who was doing manual labor as well? Oops. But that's okay. It's okay, Roberto. It's okay. I'm going to let you ride. Torian, I'm going to let you be the arbiter today. Once he gets out of line, you know what to do. Because we want him to burn through all his accounts today so he can never come back. Oh, I blocked him already. He came back with his second thing because this he's gonna show his wife he made another 30 accounts so he can troll black people because nobody else on who he regularly listens to keeps his appeal like OKGB. But that's all right. We gonna let him rock. Torian has the wand. If he gets out of line, Torian will get rid of him. But let's get back to the video because I want to hear this black privilege.
Thank you guys for watching my videos. We just hit 350 subscribers over, I think 352 at the make.
Congrats to you. I'm not a YouTuber that hates. Congrats to you for getting 350
of this video. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching the Vivek videos. I love making them. Let's keep this ball rolling. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a video. Be sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Conservative Cosplay. And if you want to support me on Locals for $5 to $10 a month. You get early access to videos, critical newsfeed, and exclusive videos that you won't find anywhere else. Now, on to the video. I just want to come out and say white privilege. I don't believe in it now one bit. I used to when I was in my woke phase, which was...
Okay, so we already know where this video is going. Woke. I wish he was here. I would love to have asked him, how do you define woke? Okay. So we're going to say woke. It's okay, people. When you hear a new term in the lexicon, you don't have to use it.
Wasn't that long. It was very confusing. I didn't really know what to understand. It was really much an excuse to say, hey, I'm not making it in life because of the white man. The white man has more above me. I don't believe that now. I believe it's ridiculous to believe that we live in a world where you cannot achieve what you want because you have some handicap, because you think some person just because of...
Okay. Yeah. So we can already tell off the bat that he's never lived in the inner city. The way he's talking, he's never lived in the inner city. You had the good life, didn't you? Well, guess what, sir? My parents provided us a good life. Yes, but we also grew up in the hood. We saw both sides of the tracks, sir. Yes, we did. I grew up in New York City. Yes. My formative years were spent being raised in New York City. Yes. In the 90s and the early 2000s. Yes, I can perfectly articulate for the Tabernacle how growing up black in New York City in the 90s and the early 2000s and that experience was. I also went to Long Island and I saw that side of the tracks. And if you think white supremacy did not just stop at the border between Queens and Long Island, you'd be sadly mistaken. It's actually worse on the other side. But again, you're a Latino that's about to tell us about black privilege. Go ahead.
Color of their skin or gender, if they're a man too, that makes it worse, especially to the Nazi feminists. If you have that skin color, then you're going to achieve more, and you can't make it because you don't have that skin color. I believe it's ridiculous, and it needs to be stopped, and we need to talk about it today.
Correction, you don't need to talk about it. You want to talk about it, but that's okay.
Maybe want to talk about it about black privilege is I've just been seeing it so much, and we just need to talk about it, and we need to talk about it more and see, like, if people want to believe in white privilege, well, guess what? Okay, you want to believe in that? That's on you. But also you have to see that there's also Hispanic Mexican privilege. There's also black privilege.
He said it, not me.
And that is more common, and they're at the tip top of most privilege.
Oh, so now we're at the top of the privilege hierarchy. This is what he said. We're at the top. Well, sir, I know a group that has way more privilege than us do. And I'm at the mode right now. I really don't care. I'm going to say it. It has 6 letters, Jewish privilege. But I know you ain't brave enough to talk about Jewish privilege now, are you? You don't want to do that. See, if you came over here, we would be talking about Jewish privilege. And you'd delete this video right after I finished describing Jewish privilege, but you're going to tell us at the top of the pyramid where it points to the sun, because we are the people of the sun, that we have the most privilege in this country. Please go ahead. You are going to begin, even though you wasted almost 3 minutes with an intro, but please go ahead. Tell us about our black privilege.
What made me want to make this video is because I a couple weeks ago, while enjoying time with our beautiful baby daughter. We had someone come over and they were excited. We got to talking, and I decided to make a joke saying, "Oh, haha, yeah, check your privilege, just playfulness." And she took it seriously. She wasn't one of my friends. She actually took it.
You literally just said one of our okay. You said somebody came over and now. So okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. I just want to make sure I understood everything he said.
Come over and they were time with our beautiful baby daughter. We had someone come over and they were excited. We got to talking, and I decided to make a joke saying, "Oh, haha, yeah, check your privilege, just playfulness." And she took it seriously. She wasn't one of my friends. She actually took it seriously, saying that, "Oh yes, I know as a white person I have more privilege," and I'm just like.
You are being lied to.
So you did your good deed for the month, checking a Karen. Okay, sure. Continue.
I really want to say something, but honey, like
It's your house, sir. You should have said something.
I'm trying to calm this down because it's a good moment. We just had our baby. We're having a good time.
Sir, aren't you the man of the house? You regulate.
But you got a bad cases of stupid, and I don't feel bad for white people. I don't like saying white. I like saying Caucasian people, but apparently that's two different things. But I don't hate white people that have think they have white privilege. What upsets me is that they're uneducated to think that they have that mindset of, "Oh, I have so much more privilege than anybody else. I'm better than everybody else." They probably don't think that, but they think, "Oh man, the color of my skin, I have more privileges than any other person. I can actually accomplish more just because of the color of my skin." That's utter nonsense.
Okay, sir. How did you regulate on this white woman? How did it come to us? Why is your video not about white privilege is real? Why are we in this? Maybe you'll explain how we came up in this. You've been here for about 4 minutes. You still haven't explained how black privilege is real. Because when you said this woman came in here, I was fully expecting you were going to say this was a black woman. But when you said white woman, I'm still trying to figure out how we got into this. But maybe you'll explain it. Go ahead.
Now, when it comes to black privilege, or just minority privilege in general, but I'm gonna stick to black privilege because they're at the tippy top of privilege. Okay, so the first thing, black people
Why did you edit that?
can say whatever they want with no repercussions. They can
Say that again, sir.
black privilege, or just minority privilege in general, but I'm gonna stick to black privilege because they're at the tippy top of privilege. Okay, so the first thing, black people can say whatever they want with no repercussions. They can
Right. We can say whatever we want with no repercussions. Right. So when we exercise our First Amendment rights, don't nobody bother us. You're right. Everybody just gives us standing ovations and loves on us, right? Yes, sir. And you said you were on Twitter, so you should know that every time a black person says something, they just get rousing ovations. Don't nobody come in their comment thread tell them that they wrong. Nobody come in there and call them N-words. Nobody in there calls them racial slurs. This never happened. Oh, or maybe you don't want to discuss every time we try to defend ourselves or defend people that are being erroneously dragged on them social media apps, we get our tweets limited. Oh, you don't want to, you forgot about that. You forgot about that. You're on X, you're on Instagram. This is what you said. So you're telling me, yeah, guess what? Let's play that game, family. Kyrie Irving said what he said. And what happened to him again? I'm sorry. Maybe the family could put that in the description. I'm sorry, in the comment thread. What happened to Kyrie Irving when he expressed himself? What happened to Kanye West when he expressed himself? What happened when Beyonce expresses herself? What happens? Huh? I'm sorry, since black people love to say everything and no repercussions. Huh? That's funny. I'm not putting her in the same air, but we're going to use her as an example. When the coonstress comes outside and says something, yeah, everybody just kisses her ass, right? The video that I got coming tomorrow. Yeah, Rob Smith. He said many a thing about black folks, and nobody said anything to him until they didn't like him no more. No consequence, right? You're right. Uh-huh. 50 Cent come outside every day. He be trolling people. He gets hate. Please find me this black person who always writes something and never gets pushed back. Never. We haven't found that one person yet. They don't exist. If God was black, y'all would have a problem with something he said. Well, I really shouldn't say if, because a lot of people think he's black, but I'm just saying. We know God is colorless. I'm just saying. If y'all found out that God was black tomorrow, definitive proof, y'all would question everything that he sent to his begotten son and his disciples. You would question everything. So please find us this magical Negro that says whatever they want and don't nobody push back on it. Even the people that are against him, don't push back on him on that. Please find that. Thank you, Soul Survivor. Jamie Foxx. Yeah, there you go. Huh? Kobe Bryant. Huh? Just shot keep going, and we could name these people all day, every day, twice on Sunday, 4 times on a holiday. But continue. You got more. Continue.
Threaten somebody, no problem. They can threaten to destroy something, no problem. They can.
When are we online threatening to destroy things except white supremacy? When are we doing this? Maybe he don't know. He don't frequent black circles. I get it.
Push down a statue. Hey, no problem. Let's take a selfie.
Yeah, because we were the only ones pushing down statues, right? Oh, you'll never go for them white liberals because them white liberals will find your video and go in on you. But okay, go ahead. Keep going.
By it. Next thing, black people can be racist and get away with it.
How the hell are we being racist and getting away with it? Oh my God. Now we're racists. How are we racist, sir? Please explain this to us. How are we racist? Because we say crackers? That's racist? Huh? So crackers is racist now. So when we put out terms like PC and Cleardashians and them folk, that's us being racist. You're going to put that on a higher level than the N-word. Hey, sir, newsflash. We didn't come up with the term of burrito munches. We didn't come up with that. That was white folk. Huh? Sir, we largely leave y'all alone. We're not the ones who are actively trying to get you out of this country. That's them white folk. Oh, I got it, family. Our predecessors and ancestors fought, died, and spilled blood in this country so his people could have an opportunity to grow here. They love on them for that. But the new generations, when they point out the racism and how ain't shit changed, we're the problem. But according to him, we're just exercising our privilege. He's allowing all the other privileges to rock, but it just puts his cojones and fuego. The fact that black people have some perceived privilege, and not only that, it's on the top of the privilege hierarchy. Well, damn. Again, I would love for him to point me to this black privilege so I could steal it all because, of course, that's what we do, and give it all to the people. But go ahead. Continue.
Is utter absurdity, and it's so terrible that we live in a country where we all know. One thing we can all agree on is racism is bad. No matter what color you are, racism is terrible.
Yet you literally just practice racism right here, but you didn't realize it. I'm not even going to educate you on it. I want you to watch back your video and figure it out.
And you can be racist and get away with it if you're the color, especially if you're black. Because apparently...
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, black men and black women expressing themselves on how Israel and the Jewish population, some of them, be out here moving funny, and yeah, they get their livelihoods taken away. Yeah, but they're the racists. They're the racists. Not the said group who has a whole organization over there called Gensa, who has trained the cops over here to mess with black folks at alarming rates under the guise of teaching them how to spot terrorists. You're right. I mean, our privilege just blinds us to that. Thank you, sir. I did not know this. Give me some more.
Apparently, 400 years ago, you were slaves. Well, not you guys, your ancestors. It's possible your ancestors were slaves.
Now it's possible, hey, cousins. Now it's possible that your ancestors were slaves. This is going to be the new thing. I need y'all to watch out for this. He got this from somebody. So now we're going to deny that. They're going to start to deny that your ancestors, your predecessors were not slaves. That's going to be the next thing. You got to love conservatives. They are a wealth of content. They are a wealth of content.
And now, 400 years ago, you guys are like, oh, you owe me one. Now we get to be the oppressors.
Who are we oppressing, sir? Who are we oppressing? Family, should I say it or you guys want to say it? We've told y'all, leave black people alone. That's it. That's it. Just leave black people alone. Oh my God. The only thing they're asking for is reparations and an anti-hate bill. You give black people that, I swear to God, black people will be quiet. We ain't gonna have nothing to bitch about no more. The cousins will be able to repair their legacies. America would move harmoniously if that we could just get those two things. There's other things, that little bits here and there. I let the cousins legislate that. But them two are the big things. That happens, everything goes. Everything, and including an anti-hate, because I know somebody gonna say something in the live chat. That does also include getting rid of illegal immigration, because that is a form of anti-black hate. But again, you give us those two things, black people, we will go about our lives happy and a lot less stressed than we are now. But y'all know that, but you won't want to do it. But you call us the racists. Continue.
The slave becoming the master, and it's terrible. Like you're about to see in this clip right here of this woman being openly racist to white people, telling white people, hey, you guys got to leave this space because, well, for context, apparently it's for a minority space, but apparently there's too many white people here, so they need to leave.
Excuse me, if y'all didn't know, this is the MSC, and frankly, there's just too many white people in here, and this is a space for people of color. So just be really cognizant of the space that you're taking up, because it does make some of us POCs uncomfortable when we see too many white people in here. It's only been open for 4 days, and frankly, there's the whole university for a lot of y'all to be at, and there's very few spaces for us. So keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay, so you're good. This is the best clip you could find of this supposed black privilege. This is the best example you found. A college student telling white people to leave a space designed for non-white people. That's the best you could have come up with. I remember this video, family. This video is at least 5 years old. We have so much family. This guy says we have so much privilege and we're the biggest racists in this country. This is the best example he could have had. Huh? This is the best video he could find. He has a wealth of black content on YouTube he could have pulled up. This is the best he did. And in typical conservative fashion, they ran straight to the Daily Caller. This is the best. This is the best example you came to me with. This is the best example you foisted off on your audience. Torian, I hope you're still here because there's a video I want you to see. What? You calling this black privilege? You're calling this black privilege. Okay.
They applauded her. Think about that for a second. We all know racism is bad. Racism is terrible. It's terrible. But she was being openly racist, telling white people they need to leave, and they applauded her. What?
Oh, so you don't respect family. What did I tell you about the American racists? They'll say something and then within 10 seconds on themselves. I thought you said earlier you wasn't about that racism. I'm sure you are with Latinos and there's no other races around. I'm sure y'all not thinking about, well, this should be a diverse area. You're enjoying what you're doing with people that are similar to you, correct? I like to go to a cookout and I like to see family and friends that look like me. There's nothing wrong with that. See, y'all got brainwashed by white folk that always want to be in other people's spaces because they don't like their own spaces. Oops, I said it. Y'all noticed white people are only happy when they're being racist in their own spaces. Think about it. They have to be the ones to show out at the potluck, at lunch, at work. We've seen the videos. White people always try to get themselves to be bigged up by doing the most outlandish dances and having people record it and have black people hype them up. Only do that around us. Sir, since you want to talk about racism, I bet you if I aggregated every video on this particular subject, white people blow the doors off anybody. And it's not just because they have a whole bunch more people than the rest of us. When it comes to appropriating Spanish / Latino / Hispanic culture, I guarantee you white people are the biggest offenders, but y'all don't say shit to them. But when they appropriate black culture, y'all be the first ones in there telling us they doing too much and let them have their fun. But it's always funny. It's always funny.
Now, I love playing this game. This is my favorite thing. Imagine if it was reverse, like we got Uno card. We hit reverse. Imagine if it was a white person saying there's too many black people. You guys need to leave.
They've already done that, sir. They've already done that. And guess what? Most times black people leave. Okay, fine. Fuck you then. It ain't us trying to cancel them. We're like, fuck you. Okay, we'll leave. They stupidly record it. And it goes online. It ain't us trying to cancel y'all. Let me explain something to you, sir. When black people wholly cancel you, you'll know. It has a different aura about it. We probably put in our privilege card, to boost the numbers. Yeah. But by and large, when y'all get canceled, it's usually the internet. It's usually the rainbow coalition of like-minded, different colored social media users canceling somebody or some entity. We've had many a racist trope attached to us and many people exploiting black stereotypes. And we've said something, y'all don't give a fuck. Until it becomes egregious. Once it crosses over to your side of the tracks, that's when you want to care. But we have so much privilege, right? Continue.
Do you imagine the uproar? Do you know imagine the people getting expelled? Do you imagine their lives being ruined? Can you imagine CNN and the Don Lemons of TikTok crying, making video after video saying that we live in a racism world, but this girl is automatically being racist and no one's saying anything about it?
You mean like the two chicks years ago who were making fun of black women? And one of them grew up to become a nurse and they found out that was her in the video and she got fired? You mean like her? Hey, stupid. You can be racist in secret. But the people that you aspire to be adjacent to are so arrogant, they will videotape themselves doing egregious shit and put it up and then big themselves up for doing it, which I'll show you tomorrow on my upload. But you know that. Continue.
About it. I should really look into that, see what happened to her, because I really hope she got expelled or she got some sort of punishment for being having a bad case of the stupid. Also, a good example: a Black Lives Matter activist who burned down a Wendy's received probation, fine, and community service. They burned.
So that's privilege. They didn't go to prison. That's privilege. One person burns a building down. They don't go to jail. That's privilege. Yet we saw an entire street in Philly get destroyed before a Super Bowl game. Nobody went to jail. Interesting.
Down on Wendy's. They destroyed property. They destroyed people, good people who probably had jobs. Gone.
Because it was only black people that did that. Only black people that were outside. Because I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Summer of Love, aka the uprisings. It was just only black people outside, right? It's only black people.
Get probation, fined, and community service.
You mean like Felicity Huffman, who literally was part of a scheme to get famous children into prominent universities, where it got so big that the White House got involved, and all she got was 11 days in jail, a $30,000 fine. She had to apologize and do community service. But we have a black woman in Pennsylvania who literally lied just so her kids can go to a better school. They threw her in jail. Damn, I want that black woman's privilege, not Felicity Huffman's. Got it. Or the countless amount of black people who have been accused and convicted of crimes they didn't do, and now we're finding out decades later they didn't do it. Now they're releasing them. Damn, I want their privileges. You're right, sir. Black privilege is the greatest thing that this country has ever seen.
But then people decide to walk into the Capitol during January 6th peacefully, not doing anything wrong, and they are pretty much the enemy of the state. Now, what?
You piece of shit. You piece of shit. You weren't there. I'm really starting to get tired of these people talking about January 6th, acting like y'all were there and y'all were not there. Sir, even though Capitol Police was on their bullshit, nobody told those assholes to go in the building. It's not what we're not about to do that. Nobody told them to go in the building, sir. Okay, I got videos on the channel right now that nobody told them to go inside. Everybody was outside fucking around on the lawn. Who told them to go inside? What the hell is wrong with you? Boy, these conservatives, boy. Peaceful. Okay, sir, if it was so peaceful, Ashley Babbitt wouldn't have caught a bullet to the face. That cop wouldn't have had a heart attack and died. Another one would have fell on their head if it was so peaceful. Thank you, Lamiko. But no, that was a black person. According to them. We watched Fall of Minneapolis here. You guys were here. Who did they have prominently on the beginning when they showed the riots? You literally saw white people throwing bricks in that police precinct. Katsy, I'm not saying conservatives as a broad stroke. I'm not talking about all them conservatives. I'm talking about these social media conservatives, these MAGA wannabes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about conservatives. I'm not talking about the everyday conservative that goes outside and does what they do and know what morality is. I'm talking about these actors. But yeah, January 6th was so peaceful, right? Okay.
What is going on with that? That's so stupid. There are people who killed themselves for the treatment they have received for just randomly walking in yelling USA during January 6th.
There's the problem, sir. There's the problem. You walked in without permission. There's the problem. There's the problem. Nobody told you to go in the building. If you wanted to go in the building, what you should have done is signed up for a tour.
And these people are just walking out fine, getting a little probation and a fine that they'll probably never pay, do community service, and living about their days. And people just because they're white and they decide to shout USA.
Oh boy. Well, it looks like that's the situation white people put themselves into, and they got to deal with the consequences, huh? Kind of like when y'all tell black people why you doing these stupid situations, and now you got to deal with the consequences. Don't cry. Huh? Kind of sounds like this is a remix of Comply or Die. Interesting. Y'all ain't got no smoke. All the smoke is over here with black people trying to have fun. All right.
Become an enemy of the state. It's ridiculous. That's why I am so sick and tired of people saying, oh, white people have white privilege. No, people of color have a better chance of having privilege than white people. And here's the kicker. Here's the third and final part of my case.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Black people can have slaves, and it's fine. Now,
what the fuck? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Now black people can have slaves. What? What? Wait. What? Black people can have slaves? He did it, man. Black people can have slaves. This is what he said.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Bro, what you on?
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
Targeted a child.
You got to get off the crack pipe, man. Please.
No.
Where are the black hey cousins? Where's y'all slaves at? Where y'all slaves at? Here we go with the Mr. Johnson stuff again. Here we go. Here we go. Now we have slaves. Oh my God. We can have slaves and that's okay.
than white people. And he
waited to the end to say this. You see how happy he got when he was about to bring up this point? Look how happy he gets. Mucho divertido he's about to have.
It's a kicker. Here's the third and final part of my case. Black people can have slaves, and it's fine. Now, going back to slavery 400 years ago, white people had a slave. Well, guess what? Black people had slaves. The origin of black people being slaves were from black people.
So now we're going to go to Africa now. All right. So I thought y'all were the same ones who told us that slavery was happening all over the world and black folks, the cousins, need to get over it. They defeat their own arguments and don't even realize that they're defeating it. Wait a minute. Tashi D, hello. He has to be a grifter. He can't possibly believe what he's saying. I would have believed you if I didn't know he existed, except that I'm going to show you a video where it confirms everything I thought of him after listening to a little bit of what he's about and doing some searching. Having slaves is privilege now. I didn't know this, but you just said earlier slavery was wrong. So why would I be happy about a privilege that is abhorrently wrong?
Tribes in Africa. And here's the kicker. Here's the fun part. There are still slaves today in 2023. Slaves today in Africa.
And why is that, sir? Since you don't want to, let me see. Maybe you're going to tell us why that is.
If you want a better explanation of the video, I can do it later, or you can watch a Candace Owen video. You can look it up. And
oh my God, there it is. We found out who taught him. Candace Owens. Okay, sir, let me explain something since you're not a student of history. The reason why there's slaves in Africa right now to this day is because of a certain black president killing another president from a country who was not bothering him and allowed that corridor to happen from Libya and Tunisia and Morocco to Italy. That's why. See, the collective of black people didn't do that. We didn't go to Africa on planes all day and say, hey, Gaddafi, come here, and beat the hell out of him in their town square and said, hey, let's get the slavery train rolling. We didn't do that, sir. You can actually go look that up. And Obama knew he effed up because he had to go on TV in front of the worldwide audience and apologize for what he did, saying he got it wrong. And it was an unintended consequence. But you should have known that, since you said Candace Owens was the one who told you all this happened. I bet you she didn't mention that, but did she?
You can you'll see the facts that there are still slaves right now in Africa, in African tribes. Nothing. You hear nothing from it from the media. You don't hear it.
Why would the media care about slaves in African tribes? Oh, by the way, you see how you just lied again? We actually did care, sir. It's called what was that movie that came out last year? Yeah, The Woman King. Yeah, that actually brought the spotlight back. So much so that white folks, in their lessened privilege than black folks, started bringing up the Barbary pirates again. Interesting. Nothing from the media, right? They were hyping that movie up so much, and it was about slave trading. But you're right. Not a peep from the media. Okay. I guess your conservative of the day didn't bring that part up. You missed that, right? Okay.
You don't hear Black Lives Matter going to Africa, telling them to stop oppressing themselves. You don't.
Why would Black Lives Matter go to Africa and tell Africans to go stop having slaves? I need that answer. Black Lives Matter is the supposed global organization that's supposed to oppress white people, right? Make white people feel guilty. Where is their chapter in Africa that was supposed to stop that? Where is it? It's been 12 years. Not reconciling that. Hey, you conservatives are supposed to be the morale police. Why haven't you sent any troops? Why didn't you get to Trump and say, hey, Trump, go over there and have them stop that? Why I ain't get to him and do that? I thought he said he was the president of the people. You should have listened to y'all. Y'all love it so much. Y'all don't even go to Biden and say, Biden, we hate you, but go over there and go stop that. You had command me go over there with $193 million. She didn't even bother to go up there and go say, hey, you better stop this. But yeah, when black folks said something, we were like, this kind of fucked up. Y'all said, whatever. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Say less. Okay. That's Africa's problem, sir. They need to figure that out. Maybe if they show a modicum of effort to stop it, then we will say, we'll cheer them on. But until then, we got problems here. But continue. You're almost done.
So overall, hope you guys learned a little bit today. Hope I can debunk more about white privilege. If you guys want a video on that, I can definitely do it. But that's about it for me. What do you guys think? Let's have a peaceful conversation in the comment section below. I'm Talkz Jr. from Conservative Cosplay. God bless, and
Well, people were asking about this guy's channel. Well, he has 360 subscribers. This video he put up almost a week ago, 223 views, 21 likes, no dislikes. Nobody's been over here. He's on locals, so he's on the Rumble crowd. Okay. So here's I talked to him. I send him the link. So y'all see, I send him the link. So somebody asked, you also have the suit too, or just the helmet? He said, just the helmet. To be fair to Don Bass, I'm fine. You're right. Not gonna lie. Somebody with a South Park Avi. Okay. Somebody told him to put the dope down. And somebody told him, bro, how old are you? You look like a middle-aged high schooler. He said, skin care routine's amazing. And then Shamika Gray said, this is ridiculous. Black privilege. Black privilege. We have black privilege. It's a beautiful thing. Can I get some of y'all's privilege? Please. Oh, he put this up. Let's see what this is.
Breaking news, the dynasty has ended. Jonathan Majors has been found guilty of harassment and abuse towards his ex-girlfriend. The punishment still remains to be seen, but this is a sad day for MCU fans. They're probably going to recast Kang or scrap the whole idea of the Kang dynasty. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Breaking news.
Yeah, privilege. Black privilege. Black privilege didn't get Jonathan Majors out of that, huh? Even though he was shown to be the victim, didn't get him out of that. But okay, sure. Okay. Historian's still in the building. You finna like this. You're fixing to like this. Now, look like he been doing this. Let's see how long he been doing this. Let's find out. So he hasn't been doing this. He's been doing this for about a year. Okay. I'm not going to knock it. We're not going to knock it. So we went to the popular videos. Let's see. Dylan Mulvaney, Jane the trans woman gay. Okay. NHL player refuses to wear pride jersey. Okay. Disney teaching racism and anti-white. I don't know how, but okay. Obese woman demands free plane seats. Okay. Store robber gets owned by worker. Chris Rock destroys Will Smith. Well deserved. Okay. Disney is furious. Demi Lovato, the video we just watched. Transformers goes woke. Okay. 2 videos we've seen of Vivek soft like cake. Okay. Chicago looks like the purge. Oh, Lord. Okay. Chicago looks like the purge. Chicago looks like the purge. Idiot judge sentenced Officer Tao 4 years in prison for doing his job, even though he was the one who stopped people from trying to help George Floyd, but you're mad about that. Larry Elder destroys the Breakfast Club. He never did such a thing, but okay. Yeah. Torian, are you in the building? You like this. 94 views 6 months ago. He's talking about The Little Mermaid. Let's see what he said.
Junior, and in this video, we are going to be talking about Disney's Little Mermaid live-action movie. Wait, let me say that over. The profound, the Oscar-worthy performance, the CGI, fantastical, the wonderful progressiveness of a strong, independent sea creature. Nope, it's going to be crap, and we're going to talk about it, break it down. But before we do that, I just want to say thank you guys for watching my videos. We are at 160 subscribers. We surpassed it. Another barrier. We're almost at 200 subscribers. Yes, I am so excited. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And let's continue. Let's keep it going by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's mess with the YouTube algorithm and keep liking this video so we can get it more out there, so we can stop Disney with this absurd wokeness. And let's talk about The Little Mermaid now.
Okay. I guess people didn't want to hear your analysis of The Little Mermaid because they only went 94 views in 6 months. But we're not here to talk about views because I have low views on my channel, so I'm not going to knock your views. We all got to start somewhere, but okay.
The Little Mermaid is the newest movie that's a live action retelling of a Disney classic. And oh boy, they are just scraping the barrel. They are not coming up with any original stories. They maybe Pixar is, but for Disney movies, like overall, not a zilch noodles. And we're about to watch a clip right now of the movie because who knows, maybe it's gonna look breathtaking. It's gonna look fantastic. Let's just take a look right now.
Okay, listen to me. The human world is a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got going on up there. The sea people.
Yeah, no, okay. We are not I thought we were moving forward in CGI, but that is just PlayStation 2 terrible. That's like if I did a live action movie with Talbot Studios, like at CGI, like it would be good for what I have, but you're live action, like you're Disney. Like you should be making better quality than this. And like I don't see the actress's performance. Like it doesn't matter what color she was. There's a new song in the movie. It's performed by the Sebastian character and the Seagull, played by Awkwafina, and apparently she raps in this. Awkwafina, I hear, was she's an actress, but she used to be a rapper. So we're gonna hear a little bit of it right here, right.
No, the gossip, the buzz, the who said what,
Who the fuck said Awkwafina was a rapper? Who said she was a rapper? Where's her records? Huh? I've never heard of Awkwafina record a day in my life. Okay. Sure. Continue, sir. I don't want to hear that. We're gonna get in trouble.
Stop it right there, because that was bad. That was like mumble rapper bad. That was like 6ix9ine bad. That was like me performing at Indiana Comic Con 2017 rapping bad. I'm so happy nobody has footage of that.
Okay. We got such black privilege. You're using hip hop, and you putting them on.
Oh my goodness! Like I said, I'm so worried for what Disney's going to be doing in the future. If they're going to be doing more live actions, because like I said, they're doing Lilo and Stitch. I hear they're doing Bambi. Hopefully, after a couple more movie flops, they might realize, hey, maybe we should stop this. Maybe after a couple of box office flops, maybe a couple more, maybe they'll start getting the feeling of, hey, why don't we actually make original content and not force a narrative to children? Let's stop grooming children. Hey, that might be a good thing. Let's just hope that happens in the future, because if not, my kids aren't going to be watching Disney. We're definitely not going to Disneyland just because it is massive expensive, and I don't want to support this. I don't want to support Little Mermaid. I don't want to support this. I really got to cancel my subscription to Disney Plus, though, because I do love Mandalorian, I do love Moon Knight, but I don't want to support Disney, and I hope you guys aren't as well. And that's about it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you guys think? Am I nuts or am I right? Tell me.
You're muy loco en la cabeza, but we done with you, sir. Oh, by the way, Little Mermaid made profit despite everybody trashing it for the most part. So there's that. So it looks like Halle Bailey is winning in life. Okay, I'm done with him. We continue because we have such black privilege, family. We have such black privilege, right? Cool. We have such black privilege that we can't even go back and forth with racists online again without having us being shouted down. But we have privilege. Must be nice. Charlie keeping it real clan, because we've tried for years with our extensive privilege to get him off social media because he's just a proven racist. Yeah, we have such privilege, family, that we've stayed largely out of Israel and Hamas, and they're still trying to pull us back in. but we have such privilege, right? Such privilege. Well, Charlie Kirk decided to show us not only how racist he was, but he also showed us how much privilege a black man had and how that impacted a young lady's life. I think you guys would like to see what he said, right? Yes.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So, by the way, I reported that post, I think Saturday, but we're going to look at it for relevance. Charlie Kirk put this up on Saturday. He said Kenneth Herring crashed his car into somebody, then illegally fled the scene. When citizen Hannah Payne tried to stop him, he assaulted her. Payne shot him in self-defense. But now she's being convicted of premeditated murder after prosecutors ridiculously claimed that a fleeing criminal was minding his own business. The only criminals left-wing prosecutors believe in punishing are ordinary people who don't want to live in violent anarchy. He put this up on Saturday, folks. So the privilege of Kenneth Herring, a black man who was having a diabetic episode, his privilege was not to be with his family for the holidays. And this was 4 years ago. So his family had to deal with his loss and his absence for 4 years. That's his privilege. And according to conservative cosplay, he has so much privilege that Hannah Payne, who's still alive to this day, and let them tell it, has mental illness, but still able to get a gun and follow this man who was fleeing from an accident because he stood there for 20 minutes having a diabetic episode and couldn't wait for the ambulance to come. Hannah Payne has so much privilege of mental illness, having a gun, and 911 telling her multiple times, do not follow that man. She had enough privilege to cut that man off and argue with him and then pull the trigger and shoot him. Then say, you're going to need an ambulance now. That's so much privilege. Charlie Kirk has such less privilege than black people. He was able to write this and garner almost 1 million views. But we have so much privilege in this country, according to conservative cosplay, that when we come and show him that he was erroneously wrong, we get not even 1/10 of the same views. Because Nicole's view came back on him 3.4 thousand. That's not even 1/10. Black Voltron Reloaded, shout out to him, 12,000. That's not 1/10. Brother Gavin Richard, 3,000 views, 175, 2.1. Nobody. Me, 88, 29, 14. This is the same day, folks. But look, white people with checks get 5 digits. Do you understand our privilege extends to we have to put up stupid ass posts on the majority for us to get into the algorithm on places like X? Just so we can get to have some conversations with folk. At least they had this black man, at least because he has a blue check, they gave him 65. That's still not even 1/10. Ain't that something? He got so much privilege that we asked Twitter, put some community notes on here because this man is sitting here erroneously putting out false information. They still don't do it. But when it comes to one of our posts, here it come. But we got so much privilege. Blue Beetle did not make profit. Lamiko, Blue Beetle did not make profit. I will pull it up for you in a second. Blue Beetle did not make profit. That was a flop, which is why you don't hear anybody talking about it. Its worldwide total made almost 130 million. That's it. That was in one weekend. That was not in a month. That was its total off a budget of 104 million. They needed to make at least 300 to break even. He did not make profit. Even with a George Lopez co-sign in the movie, they did not make profit. So there you go. But yes, we have so much privilege, family, that we can't even combat lies. There's so much privilege, family, that they're scrapping together. They're scrapping away, allegedly, an actor and the character that he is doing because he allegedly has some charges. Huh? Huh? They dropped him. Marvel Studios literally just dropped him, but he's got privilege, right? There you go. There you go. So much privilege. Must be nice. Shout out to Brother Torian Rain. We're going to pivot away a little bit. Turning Point USA's America Fest is infested with anti-Semitism. From Holocaust denial to space lasers to white genocide, speakers at Charlie Kirk's Patriotic Bash have a dim view of them folk. Turning Point USA, the far-right Christian nationalist group run by Charlie Kirk, is kicking off its annual America Fest in Phoenix on Saturday. TPUSA builds America Fest as a bash for like-minded conservatives to celebrate the greatest country in the world, America. But in addition to patriotism, many of the gala's headliners appear to be of like mind about something much darker: distrust, distaste, or outright hatred of Jewish people. Celebration comes on the heels of Kirk himself having been called out by prominent conservatives for creating an anti-Semite problem for the right. America Fest will be kicked off Saturday night by Roseanne Barr, the far-right comedian who this past summer not only voiced Holocaust denial, but made a call for violence against the Jewish people. Quote, "Nobody died in the Holocaust," Barr said on a June podcast with Theo Vaughn. That's the truth. Barr followed that lie with an even more shocking statement. It should happen. 6 million of them should go away now because they cause all the problems in the world. Barr's remarks were denounced by Jewish leaders as N-ism. In a statement, Barr's son wrote, "We think it's funny that people are so stupid not to recognize Roseanne as being sarcastic." I wish we had the privilege of our kids coming out and saying, our parents were joking, and everybody's like, okay. Kind of wish we had that privilege. Barr is an extreme example, but she is far from alone among TPUSA speakers in making troubled comments about Jews. Jason Whitlock, a host for Blaze Media this June, denounced Jewish pride as an affront to God while insisting that Jews are in league with LGBTQ minorities and Black Americans in pursuit of power and a one world government. Damn, don't you? Who heard Jason Black last night? This is something he was talking about. This fake solidarity when it's convenient. But now they're getting heat and now they're going to tie us with them. I don't know how that's possible. Because last I checked, we studied the one world government. We don't have a place in that. But okay. Whitlock acknowledged during the segment that, quote, I will be accused of being an anti-Semite, but added that this is what happens in a nation of pride. Pride. The groups that lean into pride wield the power to silence their critics. Okay, sir. Sure. And we don't have to go over this. Other top TPUSA speakers also have an offensive track record of voicing anti-Jewish rhetoric and conspiracy theories. They include Georgia Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who infamously blamed Western wildfires on satellite weapons controlled by the Rothschilds, aka Jewish space lasers. Addressing that controversy in new book, MTG insists, I have no anti-Semitic sentiments whatsoever. America Fest star speaker Tucker Carlson has routinely attacked the Jewish president of Ukraine with claims about Zelensky's rat-like appearance and shifty behavior, with commenters criticizing Carlson for trafficking in anti-Semitic tropes. In recent weeks, Carlson hosted longtime TPUSA contributor Candace Owens on his Twitter show, where Carlson described his hate for Harvard's biggest donors for allowing and paying for calls for white genocide on campus. Owens, who has also been accused of using anti-Semitic dog whistles, will also be speaking at America Fest. Well, damn, she just dropped a kid and she's already back to work. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Yeah, white privilege. I mean, black privilege. She tweeted out, everyone should be something about God and being on your knees. Yeah, I remember somebody 7 years ago, a few black men going on their knees and they wanted them crucified. But yeah, we got so much privilege in this country. Okay. Sure. Kirk, TPUSA's founder, has been called out in recent weeks for promoting anti-Jewish ideas himself. Kirk hosts a popular podcast, I don't know where it's popular, but okay, on which he parodied the same anti-Semitic trope that landed Elon Musk in such hot water. It is true, he alleged, that some of the largest financiers of left-wing anti-white causes have been Jewish Americans. Kirk has also been decried as anti-Semitic for floating conspiracy theory on his podcast that the government of Israel issued a stand-down order to its military to allow Hamas to wreak deadly havoc on October 7th as part of a calculated power grab and pretext to invade Gaza. Fox News contributor Ben Domenech tweeted, if Charlie Kirk remains the head of TPUSA, the right has an anti-Semite problem that will follow them into the coming elections. Well, sir, if you have all that, and you know that he's doing that, why aren't you guys combating that? All you're doing is talking. Red State founder Eric Erickson blasted TPUSA as an anti-Semitic grifting organization, combining criticism of Kirk comments with a reference to a recent AP report that the TPUSA empire has made its founders suspiciously rich. Kirk later defended himself from his conservative critics, insisting asking questions does not make you anti-Israel. TPUSA spokesperson did not respond to a request for comment from Rolling Stone about the pronounced strain of anti-Semitism in America Fest's speaker lineup, but judging from the outside, the hateful undercurrent looks like a feature, not a bug. He's not a speaker at America Fest, but one of the leading hype men for TPUSA is an ambassador named Elvin Kilgore, who Kirk's organization touts as an outspoken Christian and conservative commentator who refused to be deterred by the woke outrage mob. Here we go again with woke. Woke. Okay. In October, Kilgore launched a Twitter poll asking if the conspiracy theory lofted by Kirk that Israel allowed the breach were true. The winning answer was yes, it's obvious. Kilgore has also voiced disagreement with the conservative Ben Shapiro by writing, you can't have your hummus and eat it too, Ben. Okay. Kilgore is also apparently a fan of the Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes. He recently tweeted with enthusiasm about an exchange between Fuentes and Alex Jones on InfoWars, with Kilgore writing that it broke down the entire argument of support for Israel as the ultimate war between good and evil. Kilgore continued, Nick suggests that Christians in the West who follow Jesus should question their support for Jews who hate and reject Jesus. He summarized without challenge Fuentes' argument. Israel's ultimately on the side of the Antichrist or Satan. Asked to clarify his views, Kilgore wrote, "The Rolling Stone can kiss my ass." They're so brave. "Your fake news and push propaganda that strokes division in America." He also recently replied to a Twitter video of Alex Jones debating that Jews let us control our own countries with a single word reply: based. Let's see who else. America Fest is a Big Ten and will feature plenty of speakers who hold themselves out as foes of anti-Jewish hate. Senator Josh Hawley, the GOP Missouri senator who raised the fist of approval to the January 6 rioters, is slated to speak. Ironically, Hawley recently passed a Senate resolution condemning anti-Semitism on college campuses. He'll be joined by Senator Ted Cruz of Texas, who has recently demanded Harvard hold its president accountable in the flap over congressional testimony by Ivy League leaders in an open letter blasting his alma mater as an incubator of bigotry and anti-Semitism. Okay. MAGA role will be well represented at America Fest with speeches from Donald Trump Jr., Roger Stone, and Steve Bannon, as will the conspiratorial fringe with appearances by diehard election denier Carrie Lake, 2024 presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, who at the last GOP debate insisted that January 6th was an inside job, and OG Pizzagate promoter Jack Posobiec. Jesus, they're just bringing everybody outside. Beyond the myriad far-right speeches, America Fest will feature breakout sessions for those attendees interested in the gospel and the government, the war on sex, porn, feminism, and the sexual liberation movement, and sure to be a hit, Girls Gone Woke, Why Young Women Need RN Rad. Okay. Oh boy. Our privilege is on full display here. They only mentioned Candace Owens as the only black person at America Fest. That is some privilege. She gets to drop a baby and then she gets a gig. Ain't that something? Ooh. Wait, you can watch this? They're still doing it? You lie. No, it's got to be over. It's Monday. Oh, at least he had Patrick Bet David. Glenn Beck. Why does he look like Colonel Sanders? He looks like Colonel Sanders. Allie Beth Stuckey. Lord have mercy. Mike Lindell. Tom Hallman. Dr. Raleigh Washington. Oh Lord. DEI. Please tell me you're not black. You can't go forward. What is this? You can't. So you paid for this, but you can't go forward? Well, I don't know. I just want to see what this person looked like. We'll look it up later. Michael Seifert. Dr. James Lindsay. That was just day one. Donald Trump Jr., Roger Stone, Alina Habba, Seth Dillon, Alex Marlowe, Patrick Byrne, Riley Gaines, of course, fresh off the calendar. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Benny Johnson, Michael Anton, Vivek, Congressman Matt Gaetz, Steve Bannon. Well, ain't that something? So where's Candace? Let's see. Oh, she spoke on. Look, they got Rob Schneider. Wait, it is today. Well, look at that. Candace is about to go on in 6 minutes. Do you want to stay around and listen to Candace? I'm trying to figure something out here. They might be going. Look, they get Tim Pool for 2.5 hours. Ain't that something? Nah, y'all want me to do it? Say less. I don't even want to do it anyway. We'll get the clip later. Why does he look like he could play Giuliani in the movie? But this is what I mean, family. We got all this privilege. We've got all this privilege. All right. So this is what we gonna do. I know y'all got opinions on old conservative cosplay and privilege, so I'm gonna put the link in there. I want to hear what y'all talking about because y'all are the cousins. I want to hear what y'all got to talk about. I want to hear these opinions. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. We've got privilege. I was going to include the Kanye clip of him going off, but I'm going to use that for an upload. I'm going to use my privilege to put that up. Privilege. They don't even know what privilege is. They don't even know what privilege is. We have immunity? Immunity to what? Gotta be kidding me. Hello.
How you doing, kid? Yeah, I'm always first.
No, it's cool. First, you always got to lead off. We all need a lead off batter.
Yeah, true. Got to break the ice. I guess I got to always be the one to break the ice with everybody, huh? So, I appreciate your work. First off, man, I really, really do. I learned so much about our privilege today, man. Didn't you?
Shit, I'm about to go ask for $150 million loan.
Me too. I'm about to go ask the cops. I don't know if you saw a video. I don't know if anybody else saw this video. It was a white dude and a black dude about to fight, and the cop pulled the gun out on the black dude, and then like 10 more cops showed up. So I guess that's some privilege.
Shout out to Beatzilla for that. I saw that.
That's some privilege right there. All those fine cops walked, and then the white boy get to walk away and go home.
Oh, that's beautiful privilege.
Just like the Asian people, they got privilege too, don't they? I don't know, man. November 2024 can't come fast enough, man. It can't come fast enough.
Hey, family, we got so much. Y'all want to see how much privilege we got, according to this man? We got so much privilege. Look what's trending on Twitter right now. It just changed. Before it was Megan Good, Kang, Creed 3, and Marvel Studios. We got so much privilege.
Drop that man over a misdemeanor. Over a lie.
Over a lie.
I think they did that on purpose. Like, now we gotta go ahead and get rid of him.
Yes, sir.
But it is what it is. I think he'll get his career back on track, though. I really do. He's a good actor. He'll get back on track. They trying to slow him down because they don't want him to be the next quote Denzel or something like that. But
they had to protect that white woman. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's all it was. They had to protect her. But I appreciate your work, man. I'll get also somebody else can come on.
No problem. Thank you. Privilege. Denise Scales, hello.
Good evening, KGB. My damn blood pressure shot up. How the hell you gonna be found guilty on a damn lie?
It's privilege.
It's bullshit.
We know, but according to conservatives that are on social media, that is our privilege to be convicted of lies.
Oh, Jesus, I swear. November 5th, 2024 can't get here fast enough. I tell you, I'll be 60 in March, Lord willing. But I'm so damn sick of all white people. Oh, God.
Yeah. There's so much privilege. You're not embracing your privilege, Sister Denise.
No, I'm embracing my damn villainy.
I feel you on that. Thank you. Yes. Embrace the villainy.
All that damn kumbaya bullshit. Look where the fuck it got us.
Talk on it.
I mean, come on. The blinders is all the way off. This one right here. And like I tell my son, I said, son, always remember, being black, we got to wear the two faces at all times.
Here's another example of somebody with privilege. Oh, Eric Adams. He's just enjoying his privilege, ain't he? Oh, Sister Denise. You want me to play it for you one time since you up here?
Yeah, go ahead and play this shit.
All right, we're going to play this.
When you look at the totality of the year, if you had to describe it, and it's tough to do, in one word, what would that word be, and tell me why?
New York. This is a place where every day you wake up, you could experience everything from a plane crashing into our trade center to a person who's celebrating a new business that's open. This is a very, very complicated city, and that's why it's the greatest city on the globe.
Huh?
KGB. Is this man for real?
He's for real. This is the Biden of Brooklyn. Yeah, he said that.
Oh God, I'm so sick of all the damn lying bullshit lunacy.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Let me get off this phone. I gotta settle my stomach before
please don't get crazy. We need you here for another 30 years. You still gotta be out here teaching the youth.
Well, that ain't up to me. That's up to God.
Yes, ma'am. But we also gotta help God a little bit so he can help us.
This is true.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
You keep on doing what you're doing, KGB. I love you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Yes, Hurricane IQ and hello. He did say what he just said. We're gonna play it again.
When you look at the totality of the year, if you had to describe it, and it's tough to do, in one word, what would that word be, and tell me why?
New York. This is a place where every day you wake up, you could experience everything from a plane crashing into our trade center to a person who's celebrating a new business that's open. This is a very, very complicated city, and that's why it's the greatest city on the globe.
Come on with it. That's amazing.
Who mans is this? Whose mans is this? No, I'm serious. Whose mans is this? He didn't just say that. Oh God. He said it. New York City, every day you wake up, you could see a plane crashing into your building or celebrate somebody opening a business. How do you go from that extreme all the way down to wow? This guy. Black woman, stand up. Hello. I'm embarrassed as a New Yorker too. How you say something like that, man?
Targeted a
brother,
child
you got to get off the crack pipe, man, please.
No.
Something's wrong with this man. PD Chicago B1, hello. This man is not serious. He can't be serious. JD Informer, hello. This man can't be serious. All right, we finna put the link back in there and give it another 30 minutes, and then I'm out of here. I can't believe he just said that. All right, Eric Adams. All right. I get it. I get it. Who else wants to see privilege? Who else wants to see privilege? According to this man, we have all the privilege in the world. We tell him, listen, you know what we want and what the currency is. Y'all want to ignore it. Okay, cool. Say less. Then they go out and remix what we say.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
The paper was about an extraordinary meeting at the White House to discuss support among Black men. Is there one?
I hope y'all are seeing this, family. This is privilege right here. 2 Black men on TV talking. They have a studio set. They get graphics. They get a table. They get notes. They get makeup. They get talking points. They get a producer. They get cameramen. They get grips. They get all this. Privilege. This is top tier privilege. So it gets by the Most High. Hello.
Paper was about an extraordinary meeting at the White House to discuss support among Black men. Is there why was that meeting necessary, that specific conversation? And is there a danger that Black men either don't vote for Biden, but actually vote for Donald Trump?
Well, we know the contrast. The president often says, don't compare me to the Almighty, compare me to the alternative. Donald Trump was a disaster for Black America. And
who the hell told you that? Who told you that? We still here. Every administration has been disastrous to us, and we're still here. Biden's the next one that we're going to say has been disastrous, but he's been worse. I get it. You're on TV. Your paycheck's still coming in. We get that. Y'all don't got to work as hard as we do. We get it. We get it.
And we know it. And we'll make sure that folks who forgot that, because, you know, it's been 4 years, that they remember all of the things that he's done to attack and what Republicans are constantly doing now to erode voting rights, to erode reproductive rights. Okay.
Again, with this voting rights, eroding voting rights. Sir, how did that work out last year when y'all had your 2 biggest champions, Stacey Abrams and Mandela Barnes, in predominantly high Black population cities? How did that work? They didn't go outside because they weren't offering the things that we were asking for. Stacey Abrams, when we said, listen, support reparations, you will get our vote. She said no. She tried to con Black women like Kerry Washington, con Black women into supporting her by showing up at concerts with Lotto and not addressing the issues. You guys were here when I played not one, but both debates. She wasn't talking about tangibles for Black people in the state of Georgia. So we said, we're not going to vote for you. We didn't vote for you. Mandela Barnes spent the whole time not catering to Black people. He went on a crusade to make Ron Johnson look like a racist. Now, even if he is a racist, it was your job to talk to Black people. You didn't do that. Now, here you are running a nonprofit PAC trying to get your name back up. It ain't going to work, sir. You can remind us of what Donald Trump didn't do for us. Here's the thing. After he won Ohio and I shut my TV off, I already assumed he wasn't going to do nothing for Black folks like the previous president did. So I went in there with no ambition of him being the the white man that's going to save Black folks. Did he do some things for Black folks? Yes. But we're not going to say, hey, you know what? Donald Trump's our cat and we're going to ride with him. That's the Black MAGA idiots, and they've been exposed. So yeah, he is not on the level of Biden, but hey, we're still here. Continue.
Women to erode, going after diversity, equity, inclusion. They're still there. They're still grounded in that. But we also want to make sure that no voter, particularly black voters, do not feel as though they are taken for granted, that we see them, that we hear them, that we value them. And we want
Negro, they be getting up there lying. The head of your party who's sitting on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue forgot about black folks. Okay, he forgot. No, Lehman Lucas and hello, we're not going to go back that far. We're going to talk about currently. That man did nothing for black folks. Okay, nothing. Don't tell me about that infrastructure bill, because that infrastructure bill ain't helping black folks en masse. No, it ain't. Okay, we go to these. We go to the supermarket. We go to clothing stores. We go to auto parts stores. We go everywhere. Hell, they go to fast food joints, and they feel it in their pocket. Their money don't last like it used to last. It's ironic. 2021, money was long because it was the last year of Trump's budget. Money was still going long. Now here we are 2 years later, and the money ain't moneying anymore like it used to. But again, you swear you got our backs. Okay, asshole. Al Roker Jr. We tell y'all want to win? Come talk to black folks. Stop going to these $150 plate functions trying to raise money. Come down to the grassroots. We tell the GOP that too. Come down to the grassroots. Have conversations with us. Y'all are too scared to talk to us because you think we're gonna yell at you. I've already proven. I've had 8 debates on here. I've won every single one. I ain't never had to overtalk anybody. I'll let you get off. I'm going to have questions afterwards. You can't answer the questions. My crowd is going to sit there and look like, why should I deal with him? He won't answer the questions. She won't answer the questions. I bring them politicians. I ask the appropriate questions that I know they're going to ask. And we want the answers that we want to hear. Y'all don't want to do that. You know, reparations is the end all be all to get the black vote back to 90%. Y'all won't do it. Cool. That's why now you're hearing people saying, I'm going to start considering either going to Trump or staying home. I've taken it upon myself. I'm not going that far. I'm going to spend the next year. 435 seats are up in Congress on the House of Representatives side. I'm bringing my family the information. I want them all gone. Every single one. Unless you're a black grassroots candidate that is for us and going to make sure that the day you step into Congress in that January, you start getting legislation out there to protect black folks, I am actively going to make sure you do not get in. And that's my plan. And you watch black folks online tell you this, but you focus on y'all Kenny Waldens and that idiot colorful story still sitting up there on their knees, sucking Biden and Harris off, not realizing that come November 5th, they're going to be irrelevant because you know damn well they're not getting paid. And truthfully, once November 5th hits and Trump somehow wins, Kenny Walden gonna be on there crying in his bed, talking about how black men don't care about Kamala. They let the white man in because they really want to be underneath the white man. And at that point, nobody's gonna care. But we got Al Roker Jr. here sitting here with the dude that looks like that Jeff Pergayes dude that used to be with what's the name? They used to be on that show as an analyst, talking about how to get the black male vote back when black males of this country already told you what we want. Black women have told you what we want. But y'all want to ignore it because you think you're the smartest person in the room. Cool. You're going to learn on November 5th because apparently y'all didn't learn last November. You didn't learn. Okay.
Black men, particularly, to understand that. We know that black men want more security. They want more economic security and physical security.
And reparations.
They want to be able to provide for their families. So we want them to know how this administration has made that happen. And we will continue to go that. I'm in barbershops every month all over this country. I was with Cory Booker in South Carolina.
What is it with them in barbershops? That's not the only place black men go to, sir. I know we always want to stay fresh. I get it. That's not the only place we frequent. They always say that. Barbershops. Barbershops. So a place that has typically been raising their prices for the last 2 years, you saw it fit to go there because you think that's where the bulk of black men are. Don't even make y'all say, let's do something out of the box. I'm finna give y'all an idea. How about going to bus stops? Crowded bus stops, plenty of black men on their way to work, crowded subway stations, catch them right when they're coming out or going home. Do that. Union Square would be a beautiful place in New York City for y'all to have this. Or hell, Democrats swear up and down they got all this money, they got all these big ass donors. Rent out Central Park, even though the optics would be bad because that's Seneca Village, but even invite black men. Regular old 9-to-5 black men of all walks of economic progress, from the little youngins and the bebes all the way up to the old men, and have a discussion out there. Nice little stage. You have black men and you have them, do a town hall if you want. Do that. Y'all can't even be bothered to do that. Okay, fine. You don't want to spend that money? Have a Twitter space. You know who the prominent black men are. Get them on both sides. Get the liberal ones, get the conservative ones. Invite them to have a conversation. They'll bring their crowds in there. Have a black male conversation. Can't even be bothered to do that. But you swear up and down, you have the pulse of the black male. Man, if y'all don't go somewhere and sit down.
Carolina doing that. This first in the nation primary in South Carolina is going to be centered on that. Mm-hmm. This is the first time, instead of black folks being at the back of the bus, hell, we are driving the bus. And that is because of Joe Biden. No.
So you think because South Carolina is now the first primary state, you think that was because of Biden? Okay. I'm going to let you have that delusion.
President before ever decided to take on Iowa and New Hampshire, kicking off this. And now in a state where 40% of enslaved people came to this country, the descendants of those enslaved people will pick the most powerful person on the face of this earth.
And how y'all going to feel if they, how y'all going to feel if they pick Trump? How you going to feel then? How you going to feel then? Or they decide to stay home. How you gonna feel when they vote out old Clyburn? How you gonna feel then? Oh, I get it. We're gonna be the uninformed black men who voted on a motion, right? Okay.
Because of Joe Biden.
Right. We're gonna be the uneducated.
But the story.
Vote. We're gonna be the uneducated male vote. You watch. You watch. Can't wait. Van Jones gonna be sitting there. No, he ain't gonna cry this time, family. When Trump get in and they find out that black men are the reason why he got in at a bigger clip, yeah. He gonna actually grow some nuts that night and actually yell at black men, and we gonna laugh at him. Be like, boy, you better go sit down somewhere. Like, who is you yelling at? Over here looking like Jonathan Coachman from WWE. Who are you yelling at? Because I ain't seen none of this bravado when you was outside caping for Israel. And it was booing you out off the stage. I ain't hear none of this. I didn't hear this bluster. You jack off. They always do this. They always do this. And they gonna, I'm telling you, family, they gonna learn. And I ain't going, man. Speaking of which, I'm not gonna add this. Would you like to see one more example of privilege? One more, just one more, and then I'm gonna get out of here. One more example of privilege. I'm not gonna put this in my video with Kanye. I'm not gonna put this in there, but I just want y'all, because according to conservative cosplay, we have privilege. We have privilege. We have so much privilege, we still get insulted when we ain't had nothing to do with it.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in
Remy is back. And Remy saw what Kanye said in the clip that you'll probably see later in the week. Remy had some choice words for Kanye. Fair use. What did you say, Remy?
Kanye West, you fat pile of shit.
That is some privilege to get out the gate within the first 4 seconds, get called a piece of shit. Huh? Ain't that some privilege?
You washed up fat pile of shit.
More cursing.
What are you, CIA? Huh? FBI? You a Fed? You Fed?
Another example of black privilege, getting called a rat.
Fat fuck? You fat bloated fuck?
More
Jewish
custom.
people are going through enough. We don't need your fat fucking dusty ass saying anything. Huh? People are saying, oh, he's mentally ill. No, you're just stupid. Let me tell you something. If your mother was still alive, she would be embarrassed. You're an embarrassment to Danda.
Get to talk about your mother. That's some privilege. Get our deceased mothers insulted. That's some privilege.
You're an embarrassment. We got a new record coming out, Brick. Nobody's fucking with your music, bro. Music is trash. You look like shit, and you look like you smell like shit.
Boy, you shouldn't be talking. Remy, you shouldn't be talking. Don't trust nobody with no facial hair. You brave. You know what's funny? He wouldn't say that if Kanye was standing right next to him. He wouldn't say none of this. He'd be all the way in the back. But that's some privilege. JD Foreman, hello.
Yo, what's good, man? How's it going? Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, you're good. What's up?
Hey, man, I just wanted to comment on Jamie Harrison, man. I think that Jamie Harrison, his blubbery tap dancing self, man. I think, he lost that Senate race, and I'm glad he did lose it because he's proven himself to be unreliable and he can't get the vote out. Clyburn, put on for him the so-called king in the Congress, the king maker. I mean, only thing I see him making over there is poverty. Only time he makes anything happen is when it comes to his family, when they move money around into their organizations, by the taxpayers. Like I look at these people over there in South Carolina, I wish Marcel would have won. Hopefully he gets better opportunity, better odds next come around. But I mean, Jamie Harrison is a joke, man. I think I forgot his position over there at the DNC, but if they didn't appoint him to that position, he would be just on the road, just begging online, like we see so many other people who are in the Democratic Party. And I think what we really see is that these people are looking like, I want a job as a congressional person or a Senate person or one of their aides or something like that. And if people aren't voting for them, and this is my side, I'm not going to have a job upcoming. So I think we see their potential job opportunities pretty much diminishing, and that's why they're acting up like this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. I went on for a minute.
No, it's okay. Well, that's why he has an MSNBC gig for a year, and they're gonna get rid of him.
Facts, man. And I will say this too. When we see all these major network pulling in all these people, they're only pulling in these people because they have old money, not new money. Because as we've seen, their pretty much their revenues are diminishing. They're not making as much as they used to because of they're not catering to the actual people they supposed to represent. They're just catering to a certain particular class. And when they're catering to these people, they are minority in numbers. So they're not catering to everybody. That's why people go to like YouTube. Some people go to Rumble. Some people go to other platforms and get their information. They don't trust these legendary media people to give them their information because they're just unreliable. I mean, they're out here touting Bidenomics, but a lot of people are doing bad under Bidenomics. So you can't say that jobs are going up or the job market is on fire when people are working 2 or 3 jobs and they don't want to work 2 or 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some people want to work 2 jobs, but nobody want to work 3 jobs just to make ends meet. But that's what we see happening out here in our economic environment. And on top of that, we have no money for the people. But when it comes to giving money to Ukraine, when it comes to giving money to those folks, when it comes to giving money to the immigrant, we see them just giving buku money. And people, they are just sitting back like, oh, we shouldn't have a problem with it. But no, we should have a problem with it. I mean, we should have our own opinion of it and everything. So when it comes to them giving out resources, they should treat it fairly. And we have never seen people give out, like the government, the Democrats, give out so many resources to a certain group. And we're not a certain group, certain groups in this case, until it comes to, when they want to get an agenda done, which is, we know what their agenda over there in the Middle East is. We know what their agenda is when it comes to the Russian conflict. We know what their agenda is when it comes to these immigrants. I mean, like, honestly, they want to bring these immigrants in so they can work cheaper for these corporate jobs. These people will work without insurance. They'll work for a lower wage and, pretty much add on to the profit line of these corporations. But when people say stuff like America first, I don't get mad about that because, like, if you bring in these lower wages people are not going to be making what they're supposed to make for these jobs because now they have to compete with the immigrant, undocumented bros who are making less wages. So I don't have a problem with people like saying America first or anything like that. When the people want what they want their resources. They want to be able to use in Chicago, they want to be able to use these buildings. Now, these government Brandon over there, he didn't have no plans with these buildings. But as soon as the immigrants come, we have to, put the money towards these buildings. We have to do this for the building. We have to revitalize these buildings. We have to ramp up these buildings for these people can be able to live in. And I think it's kind of chaotic for you to say, okay, we don't have money to do anything for these buildings. But then when they come, oh, yeah, we got all the money in the world. Let's give them more money. Where's the federal funding?
Well, the federal funding is going in everybody else's hands because our privileges allowed it.
That privilege thing, man. Yeah.
Okay, I never heard that before a day in my life.
Yeah, they trying to just reverse engineer people's mind to think that black people have privilege because what they don't want to acknowledge is the history. And they say, okay, when it comes to black people in America, they want to say, okay, your history doesn't matter. But then when it comes to this conflict over there that's happening in the Middle East, what I see from the right side of the wing is that, we got to remember the history. We got to remember I'm going to say Holocaust. We got to remember all that. And when it comes to other people, they will say we shouldn't focus on being a slave. Then they'll try to one up us talking about, well, we're a slave before you. So they're very selective when it comes to history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're talking about people who have done crazy things in the history. You got to remember the Vikings. The Vikings were just hidden. It was like white on white crime. What about that? Talking about they've been a non-violent people. No, we can look at the Vikings and say, oh, you guys have been extremely violent.
Yeah, they're gonna learn. You got a whole year. They just seeing the paychecks now. They're gonna learn when this whole system crashes and resets. They're gonna be like, what? That's all they're gonna do.
Yeah, but until then, the people are going to be still feeding them the same BS. The black conservative perspective, that idiot right there, he just feeds them what they want to hear. That's the only reason he gets views. So when I say, like you mentioned Charlie Kirk earlier, how he gets his views, I would say, man, that's actually not that many views when you look at the population of white people here. I mean, that means that they're not listening to him. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing for, I see, like, if a black person was to get 1 million views because there's like 40, 50 million black people here. But then we look at white people, there's like, what, almost like 360 million, and nobody's listening to him. And I'm 100% sure that some of his numbers are bots. So ain't nobody listen to these clowns.
They never do, but they swear up and down that people are listening to them, and then we're like, okay, show us these numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to show these numbers. Why? Because he has it on Rumble. So y'all are actively promoting a right-wing grifter. You're promoting his numbers on a somewhat alt-right website. How does that doesn't? Okay, we figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all legislate that. Okay.
Nah, Mac in the comments said this guy sounds like a black for Trump.
Yeah, where they at?
Yeah, I don't know where they at, man, but I know I'm not one of them. I'm not out here screaming, black people, let's go vote for Trump. Yeah. I'm not one of those people, man.
Right. I told y'all months ago, I don't care about the presidency. I'm worried about Congress. Because Congress has the money. Congress has the committees that'll get us the legislation. That's what I'm worried about.
Right. And looking back in history, there originally how it was set up, there was supposed to be no Senate. Senate wasn't supposed to exist, but eventually it came into existence because it became a place where pretty much a social club. And they said, okay, let's get these people another house and all that stuff. But the Senate was not supposed to exist at all. It's supposed to be the U.S. presidency, the other levels of branch, and it was supposed to be the Congress. These people put the Senate in place for no reason. So, even if the Senate was to degenerate or we were to lose the Senate, we would have no problem with that because the way I see it, the Senate serves no purpose other than having these idiots up there. I can't remember her name. She died while she was in the Senate seat. This is how bad these people
Are you talking about Feinstein?
Yeah, Einstein, whatever her name is. Feinstein, my bad. Yeah, she died in her Senate seat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, you got to be freaking kidding me, man. These people are willing to hold on to power so much that they're willing to die in. They know they can't fulfill these positions and everything. Look at Joe Biden. You can't fulfill these positions. So it's not about the knowledge that you have, the experience that you have. It's about who you know when it comes to Washington, when it comes to this party club up there in Washington, man. But I'm glad not only are they being like pushed out, but we see these other fake characters like the Squad. They're getting pushed out as well. That's all I want to say, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time to go. Y'all had y'all 6-year run. It's time to go.
Facts, man. All right, man. Take care, kid.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy yourself, Kid Gravity.
You too. All right. So let's see. Blacklight Revelations. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Remember, it's only 99 cents, and you'll help me reinvest in the channel and buy toys for the baby. And Sybil, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I don't think there's anything else to say. So now it's before Christmas. Please, we only got 2 more weeks left in the year. Use your privilege. Use your black privilege. Get everything you want in life. Got 2 weeks. Got 13 days. Use your privilege. All right, y'all. And go over to Blacklight. He live now talking about Jonathan Majors. Go ahead and do that thing. I'm going to get up out of here. Take care. Stay safe. And you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your day.